Hello again, Struck Club 2023 is already here and the releases have already started coming for new games. I've already uploaded a few videos and there's some more left. This one will be dedicated to underdogs, to 3D games who I consider underdogs that have low profile and are not as popular or as hyped as some of the other games out there. Unfortunately, I'm starting with a game that doesn't have any screenshots, but yeah, it will be in a chronological order. That's why I'm starting with such a game. So I hope you enjoyed. Buckle up and let's go. As I mentioned, I'm starting with a game that only has screenshots and no trailer that I can find. Dwarven Mining Dungeons. It was going to be in the December videos, but then the release date changed. And now it's 2nd of January 2023. The list will be in chronological order, as I mentioned, and this needs to be first. In this case, it's going to be an early access title, so keep that in mind. Mining in a team up to 4 players in various every round changing dungeons for gold and precious ores, but beware not to be too loud. Enemies could lurk around every corner. Developed and self-published by, I'm probably not gonna pronounce this right, EinzelartigGames. And the features are online co-op up to 4 players, classes that synchronize and harmonize together, big random dungeons which always want to be newly explored. Countless danger will await you at the dark. Customizable characters with upgrades, and you could refurnish your tavern with dwarf charm. One day, the king himself took some rest at your tavern, which lays near the mines. To make an example, you should bring new life into this rusty tavern. For this, he compels you. I'm reading badly translated text here. You some adventurers and miners. Their task is to search for new intervened ores, dig them up, proceed them of sale, and bring new shine to the tavern. You see, not very well translated, and hopefully the game is itself, but it looks fun on the screenshots. The very little they can tell me about it with a very interesting distinguishing art style, at least. Next up is a game called Flash Party, and no, that's not a game where a bunch of strangers in trench coats flash each other. It's a competitive, free-to-play, cartoony, casual game in early access with online PvP, shared split-screen PvP, and in-app purchases. Most likely, considering it's a competitive game, most likely no pay-to-win, but still predatory one way or another. Because the developer and publisher are XD, the people who ruined the Torchlight franchise with the abomination that is Infinite, but also people who made a game such as there was a nice game they made, but probably not the same people, but a different part of XD. That was kind of like Mountain Blade 2D version. In any case, XD is a big studio with various sub-studios, so which of those sub-studios will be there remains to be seen, but they are greedy, and most likely the monetization of this game will be too, one way or another, with fear of missing out definitely to be there. But the game looks fun. The Stardust Warriors is an overall upgrade to this fun-loving and exciting fighting party. Flash Party is a multi-platform fighting game that is free to play, with online and offline matches to choose from, various modes, teamed seasons, and competitive pinnacle arena. If there is only seasonal fear of missing out, it will be acceptable and decent. But if there's daily, weekly login rewards and stuff, then it's predatory. Whether they'll do it right or not remains to be seen. It's coming on the 10th of January 2023. But people should be cautious of this game. It looks fun, it looks good. But if you want to play it seriously and get all the stuff, you probably would have to buy battle passes. Hopefully they're only cosmetic and don't affect anything else. And hopefully there is no daily and weekly and monthly quests, but only seasonal things to complete, and hopefully they don't make you play certain heroes, but rather can be completed on any hero regardless of what they are. Next up is a game called Gross. Gross is a unique twist on the classic tower defense genre. After building your formidable defenses, you will jump into the fray to take on enemies head on. Make sure to collect as much cash as possible to upgrade your defenses and stay ahead of the game. Developed by Hungry Owl Games, published by Hungry Owl Games and Hawthorne Games, and released apparently on the 11th of January 2023. There is a free downloadable demo on Steam you can try right now. Strongly suggest you do so because the game is kind of unique in its own way, and definitely playing the demo would give you an idea of what to expect. Let's see if I can tell you more about the features. Saying that money is essential for success, you'll need to gather it from defeated enemies as quickly as possible, but beware, you're not the only one after this valuable resource. You'll need to get it to safety so you can buy defensive structures and active abilities, and it also plays a major role in determining your score. Gross keeps you on your toes at all times. Every action you take or don't take has consequences. If you focus on taking out attackers while your defenses are overwhelmed, you might turn the tide of battle, but you also risk losing precious money that could be used to improve your defenses in the next construction phase. Stay sharp and stay ahead of the game to come out on top. We are now back in space with a sci-fi title. SpaceBourne 2 is releasing on the 13th of January 2023 as a fully released title developed by Burak Dabak, or Burak Dabak, not sure how to pronounce this. Your legacy is calling. Prepare yourself for fast-paced space combat. Take your ship, gird on your best gears, and raise your new galactic empire. It looks fun. It's an RPG-based open universe single-player space shooter with an additional third-person shooter game with dozens of features such as role-playing, mining, trading, piracy, crafting, and deep exploration. The main story picks up where it left off in SpaceBourne. But now your main goal is to raise a new empire in the galaxy. But how you do it is entirely up to you. Every scenario needs a hero. In SpaceBourne you have two of them, your pilot and your ship. With the new character customization system and the realistic rendering features of the Unreal Engine, you will create lifelike characters and embark on an adventure with your ships that you have modified according to your own preferences. It offers a deep diplomacy system, so keep that in mind. There's going to be relationships between you and various factions. There is a crew that you have, so you're not alone on your journey. So there's mining, salvaging, bounty hunting, anomalies, wormholes, contracts, all sorts of things. I'm not sure why. Yeah, actually, it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid, and many people would enjoy the fact that you can go play with your pilot and then go back and play with your ship. This thing, having those two types of gameplay, would definitely make this game stand out from the rest in this list by itself. And it's also a recipient of the Epic Mega Grant, so there's this to keep in mind. Not so long ago, I told you about Grimstar and its demo. Well, now the actual game is releasing on the 26th of January 2023. Grimstar Crystals Are the New Oil. It is a real-time strategy game with a story-based single-player campaign. Your brother's sudden death has hit you hard, but the woes of the corporation for which he laid down his life dictate that you must take his place until his contract is fulfilled. Developed by SvenRahn Games, published by Valkyrie Interactive. On the 26th of January 2023, you will be able to play it fully, but until now you can download Grimstar Welcome to the Savage Planet, which is the name of the prologue/demo. It looks fun RTS game with single-player campaigns, leveling up system, different planets to explore, 3 of them. There's hero units, and you're pretty much exploring the alien planets and harvesting all the resources to make your company a success. It's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's impressive, solid, fun, and worth giving a try if you feel like playing some RTS, new, fresh RTS. The next game on the list is called Avernus or Avernus. The release date is January 2023, so take this with the whole salt shaker of salt. It could be a placeholder date. Developed and self-published by Subsolar Entertainment, Avernus is a challenging action-adventure game set in an ancient mysterious tomb of a dead god. Delve into its labyrinth, halls, and protect its secrets from a malevolent pretender. So you're challenging this labyrinth and you're uncovering the past. As you traverse deeper into the tomb and grow stronger from the remains of your enemies, new truths about the fate of the universe begin to unravel. Learn what caused the destruction of the old gods and how their past mistakes still haunt them, even through death. As the sacred tomb is being overrun by a legion of brutal monsters, it is up to you to find their leader and put an end to the invasion. To survive this perilous journey, you must master the game's fast-paced and challenging combat, learn the ways of the labyrinth, destroy enormous boss monsters, and inherit their game-changing abilities. So they're listing this as Souls-like, so it's probably going to be difficult. Hopefully, there's various difficulty settings, but it's isometric 3D indie game. It looks fun, and whether it will really be depends, and it remains to be seen. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, Struck Web. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.